Hello and welcome to Innovation Arabia. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Sylvia Lobo, and I will be sharing my thoughts on safe to fail agile culture. Thank you, Innovation Arabia, and dear team and audience for tuning in for the annual summit 2022. A little bit about me. I'm Sylvia Lobo, project manager at Digital 40. Despite being an introvert, I have spoken at few developer talks in London, Dubai, and India. I'm available on few social media channels as Sylvia Lobo on Twitter and on LinkedIn as Sylvia Lobo. Feel free to connect and say a hi. Typically, I would like to know what are the visceral reactions to failure. If there is an initial event and it doesn't go as planned, we go into a reactive response mode where we think and feel at times disappointed, confused, and ashamed. Thereby, we act risk adverse, avoid, and blame the failures. A classic example was starting off as a junior developer and a senior IT executive at Sharab DG when I was trying to build an intranet portal along the lines of Oracle HRMS. A team lead back home, I was overconfident in my skill sets and set about explaining to my senior project manager why an intranet was needed and how I could manage it single-handedly. Nevertheless, as the experiment, the intranet application I had planned did not go as expected, I was risk adverse. That was as a senior IT executive about 12 years ago. I want to ask everyone here, is it okay to fail? And to those who have other thoughts, I want to remind you about my favorite quote, which is from Robert Kennedy saying, "Only those who dare to fail greatly can achieve greatly." As an agile enthusiast, I definitely recommend having an early failure that encourages us to take the feedback, whether negative or positive, into the next sprint and build something that aligns closer to our product team's expectations. I can, in fact, be even bold enough to say that no failure almost equals no growth. As a team lead, when I was faced with a choice of experimenting with MuleSoft as a middleware or several other in the market, I chose to experiment with MuleSoft. Definitely the learning curve was steep for a .NET developer, but the open source Java community was very warm and welcoming. And I did my POC with a great amount of difficulties, but was able to show value in the 8 months period that I was allocated to learn and develop my team and deliver the product that we had promised to our end user management team at Gulf Agency Company where I was previously employed. Last but not the least, I want to emphasize why failure should be welcomed. Funny thing, huh? With Mark Carrefour, in 2014, we were planning to launch the pilot project for the small group of users in Palm Jumeirah that would enable them to order milk, fresh fruits and vegetables, poultry online and have them delivered to their doorstep in 2 hours. Unthinkable, right? However, The team at Math Califa did not think so. And we were encouraged to experiment and to fail safely. Thereby, we were able to launch to about 8,397 users in about 3.8 weeks after the initial announcement. Yes, this was a first fail-safe experiment that opened my eyes to why it was okay to fail. Should we embrace failure like we embrace our near and dear ones? Yes. How do we do that? A few options I've listed out here. Those familiar with tech environments will have a fair idea of prototyping that will give us an opportunity to build a small POC or a POV as is it most famously known now. Also, building a concept pinata helps us build a small prototype of what is to come, and then it gives the user a flavor of what to expect, and he can give his feedback in real time, and we can incorporate it back in our agile environments to make sure that in the next sprint demo slash sprint retrospective, we are building something closer to the user needs. A demolition derby that we had done with the Sierra group enabled us to hack the current hotel flight booking systems that we had and enabled us to see how we could build a better system that could talk to 8 different disparate systems located in Madrid, Spain, Cairo, Egypt, Pune, India, and last not the least, Dubai, UAE, to build a unified hotel flight booking systems that could talk to disparate systems in Java, .NET, PHP, and deliver value. A beta version is also a good idea to embrace failures. It helps give your stakeholders a fair idea of what to expect in the upcoming versions. And before talking too much, I want to introduce the audience to fail fast and the fail safe. Frame it, accept it, seek, and think about it. I think in 2018, we were one of the few teams at GSE that had a fail safe wall. It was a wall which was prominently located as you walked into our offices, Jabal Ali. And you could see what were the failures that the team did, what were the lessons learned from that, how did we recover and emerge stronger after that failure. It also enabled the management teams, of which I became later a part of, to think strategically, be accountable for the failures, and deliver value to our customers. It also made us flexible to think beyond what the customer had initially defined in the BRD, in the business requirement document. It also helped us to set expectations, not only with the product team, with the Scrum team, but sometimes even with our own selves. So, my dear friends who are listening in here, I would like to encourage you to inculcate an agile innovation culture in your teams, in your groups, in your squads, and make sure that this innovation culture that will help distinguish between a leader and a follower. Thank you for patiently hearing me out, and I leave the floor open now for any questions you may have. Thank you.